Biggs and I are both going to take the same personality disorders test at the same time, and we'll see which of us is crazier than the other. So I'm very excited to get started. Hey, it's 2 o'clock. Okay, Biggs, you ready for this bad boy?
Oh boy.
I don't know who's going to read the chat because the chat's way the fuck over
and
there.
literally behind the microphone
so
for me.
you can't see it. Okay, I guess I'll be male. I'm sure Biggs is going to go with
non-binary.
You're going to go with non-binary for you.
No.
Do you think if you pick non-binary, it just says, yes, you have a mental disorder?
No, it says you don't. That way it doesn't offend anyone.
Okay, Biggs, here we go. We're both going to answer these questions together.
So which one's which? Is mine on the right? Yours
I'm left, you're right, because it matches up with how we set up our camera.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Every now and then we'll stop and try to read the chat since there's really no good way to do that right now.
How many questions are on this?
80.
80.
Yeah, and we have to finish within 2 hours because my grandmother's coming over.
So she could join.
Number 1, other people are constantly exploiting, deceiving, or trying to harm me. Do you strongly disagree? All the way down to strongly agree. Or whatever I said. Well, Biggs, let's talk this one out. Do you feel like people are out to get you and trying to take advantage of you? Maybe, maybe a guy who you do a YouTube channel with and he keeps all the money for himself and you really you have to waste your gas money driving 40 minutes to and from his house, and really the entire premise of your partnership is just making you lose money and me gain money. Do you think that might be...
No, that sounds like an equal friendship. That sounds pretty normal. I don't know. I don't feel like everyone's out to get me, I guess. Some people are obviously the type that would. So I maybe agree a little?
Yeah, I'm going to agree a little too, just because a person in my position often has people who just try to fuck with them because it's funny. Like my P.O. box will constantly get gun magazines and blueprints to local schools, and I can only imagine why some fucker thinks it's funny to send that shit to my address. It's not that funny.
It's pretty funny. You're laughing on stream about it.
I mean, it's hilarious, but it's not good if somebody finds out about that shit.
Well, we're 2 minutes in. We got the first one.
Why is it so hot in here? Okay, I feel like my relationships are always deep and serious, even if others don't see them the same way.
It just says my relationships. It doesn't say all.
So I have about 3 relationships in my life. I'm friends with Biggs, I have a GF, and once in a while, I'll talk to my family/parents. I think my grandma coming over today is the first time I've seen her in about a year, and she lives as far away from me as Biggs does, so neither of us have any excuse for why we don't visit more. Yeah. But do we take our relationship, because you're probably the person I talk to and hang out with the most, is our relationship deep and serious? That's how I'm going to answer this question for me.
Between us?
Yeah.
I mean...
I don't take us seriously at all.
I think, yeah, we mutually just kind of don't want to bother each other with our emotions and stuff.
Well,
that's just mostly guys in general, though.
Yeah, and beyond emotions, really just even the shallowest parts. I could not care less about what you think of me, and I know you don't give a fuck about what I think of you.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
If I went 3 months without seeing you and then you showed up, it would be completely neutral in my mind. It's like, oh well, Biggs is here again. I guess it's been a while, huh? Okay. When Biggs goes out of town, I easily replace him with Florian and just call him Biggs with 2 G's.
Yeah, but see, that's where it gets a little hairy, because it's like, why don't you just call him Florian? Why does it have to be
Oh,
Biggs?
no,
I
need the replacement.
It's almost like you miss me and you need someone in my place.
I miss having somebody who I feel superior over, and Florian is much better than me. He's a multi-millionaire, so the only way I can treat him like shit is if I pretend he's you.
Okay, I see. That's fair.
I disagree a little. I don't take the stuff too seriously. Where are you going to land? Because you, unlike me, you have relationships with dozens of people.
I feel like most of them I would disagree a little. So yeah, I would go disagree.
Wow, just copying me.
There's a few people where it's like I feel like I have really strong relationships with them, but a lot of people, it's kind of like, I don't know, acquaintances, I guess.
What about your family though? Do you take your family relationships seriously?
So,
Because I care about you more than my literal family, and I just admitted I don't care about you at all.
So the thing with my family is they'll reach out when they need things.
Oh.
And beyond that, I'll call and say, hey, do you want to like do a game day or something? I can come over and hang out. Like, oh yeah, sure. And then like I'll call them that day and like, hey, am I still good to come over? Oh no, stuff came up and I'm just not feeling it today.
So when they need something, they're all over Biggs, but when Biggs just wants to be jovial and friendly, no, we're busy, sorry.
Which is why with the number one question, I was like, yeah, I agree a little, because they're like, yeah, come on over. Oh, by the way, can you do all this? And then it's like, hey, can I come over? Nah, probably not.
Well, it's time to talk about ourselves again, because number 3, I have serious doubts about the loyalty or trustworthiness of my friends. I'm going to go ahead and say strongly disagree, only because Biggs is my only friend, and I gave him a key to my house, and when I go out of town, he's the only thing keeping my animals alive, so I have no choice but to have the utmost trust in him. How many of your friends fuck you over?
I'm on the polar opposite. I'm to the point where I struggle to trust anyone, really.
Fair.
Like, I think
you shouldn't trust me. I'm about to delete your fucking YouTube channel, fucker.
Oh man, sounds like somebody's done that before. I just can't remember who.
I think it was Cobb.
Oh yeah, it was Cobb. What a jerk. So yeah, I'll go with strongly agree, just because I have terrible trust issues with literally everyone.
Strongly agree?
Yeah.
Toot says, not as much money this time, running low. Toot, listen. You were the only person who donated last stream. Please, for the love of God, stop donating money. And I sincerely mean that. You don't owe me anything. Please hold on to your money. Save it for your fucking whatever transgender surgery you're getting. I don't know. I don't care. Stop giving your money to me. I don't need it. Toot, please. Anyway. Number 4, when one romantic relationship ends, I immediately seek out a new one. Well, some people might say I do that before it even ends, so I guess I'll have to strongly agree with that one.
Oh no.
Hey, Lord of Waffles, thank you for the sub.
I'm gonna have to strongly disagree. For me, it's very hard and takes quite a long time.
I'm gonna put on my headphones just so I can hear when donations and shit come in. You said strongly disagree?
Yeah.
So if you break up with somebody, what's the minimum amount of time until you start looking for a new girl? Like 3 years, 4 years?
I don't know. Like, before my last one, it had been like 3 or 4 years, literally, since I had even tried. Because it was like, oh man, I don't know if I want to go.
But now that you're world famous on the Mumkey and Big Show, you've got to have just a Snapchat full of hot chicks trying to, jump your bone, getting that noodle wet.
All the time. Yeah.
Girls, I know there's 129 interested girls watching right now. Go ahead, hit up.
Whoa, you think 100% of your viewers are female?
I mean, I would have to assume.
Why is that?
Because men would be intimidated by how handsome we are, and girls watch us so that they can flick the bean the whole time.
I don't think I intimidate
Add
anyone.
Bigsington on Snapchat. Is that your Snapchat, Bigsington?
Yeah, I think so.
If you are a breasted American, an American with breasts, I'm not going to say gender, just if you have breasts, send pictures of them to Bigsington on Snapchat. Can we both agree? Have you gotten a lot of nudes from guys that were unsolicited?
Yeah, what Dollface said, they're all femboys.
What could be better? Okay, I don't like to plan ahead, and some people might call me impulsive. That's a Biggs. You know me better than most people. Do I plan ahead on the things that we do?
So it depends. When it comes to videos and stuff, sometimes you'll throw out a script. But on most other things, like when we went to the Mall of America, it was all just by the seat of our pants. It was didn't plan anything out. Whereas me, on the other hand, I like to have things planned out, and people get mad at me for it. They're like, why does everything have to have a plan? Just go with the flow. And I'm like, because I don't want to get caught in a situation where I didn't have a plan and something happens, I don't know what to do.
So you would say you strongly disagree that you are a super planner?
I wouldn't say strongly. I would disagree a little because there are times where I just don't care and I'll just do whatever. But there are a lot of times where it's like I have plans put in place.
I think in my case, it is a case-by-case basis, because who's going to be the dickhead who's meticulously planning every element of a trip to the mall? Like, okay, guys, here's the schedule. We got to go to this store, this store, this store. Like,
But
if you're going to a
even
mall, wouldn't you rather be impulsive and just explore and have fun?
Here's the thing. I wasn't trying to plan everything. I was literally trying to figure out where we were going to lunch because we were going to go with our friends.
Even that is
bailed.
too meticulous.
That bailed. And when I go to a restaurant that I've never been to, I like to look at the menu first. That way I don't look like an idiot sitting there. Oh, can I have like 20 minutes to look over this
That's
thing?
part of the restaurant experience I enjoy, is going to a place I've never been and opening up this book of a menu and just reading off everything while I'm there at the restaurant.
I'm way too introverted for that. I feel like a moron when I'm sitting there and they're like, do you
A
know what you want?
moron?
And I'm like, no.
You can say, hey, bitch, I'm paying super expensive fee for all this fucking food and I'm gonna tip you later. Let me enjoy the atmosphere of your fucking establishment while I read your colossal book of delicious foods. You want to walk in and say, hey, waiter, as you give us our seat, I'm gonna have the number 5, no pickles on it.
Yes.
Ridiculous.
Do you remember when we went down to see Shoji in Missouri? I
What
literally
about it?
asked for the check.
Wait, somebody's reading something. Thank you, Yudo. That was a text-to-speech reading that out loud, so I had to stop you.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when we went to Branson to see Shoji, I literally like ordered and said, "Can I get the check like right away?" And it's like, I want to get everything out of the way that way I don't feel like an idiot later.
Well, since I do plan ahead on important things and I like to be impulsive with things that are fun, I'm going to go with neither agree nor disagree. And if at any point either of us disagrees with what the other person is putting, and we can tell that they're trying to lie about themselves, we should call them out. So if you've disagreed with anything so far,
Oh no.
don't be afraid to slap me down. I will do anything to avoid abandonment in a relationship, even if I'm just imagining it.
Oh boy.
Why oh boy?
Because I'm definitely a strongly agree on that one.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with agree a little. Abandonment is a pretty big fear, and it's not as big as rejection.
It's an awful feeling for sure. I'm already crying over here, as you can tell.
Biggs,
Wiping my eyes.
Biggs, I'll never abandon you, mostly because you're the one who comes over to
Dude,
my house, so I don't
One
have
of
a
these
choice.
days, I'm gonna come over, and you're gonna be dead, hanging from the ceiling.
That has been my plan
and
for
the
months.
cats are gonna be like gnawing at your feet. Actually, you're pretty short, so they probably won't be able to reach your feet from the ceiling. But
Literally a week ago, I texted, when I got my dental bill in the mail, I texted my dad and said, if anything happens to me, make sure Biggs takes care of my animals. Because I was like, fuck this. And my dad surprisingly said, what about the lizard? Fucking dickhead didn't care I was going to kill myself.
but didn't you say your pets?
I probably said the cats.
Oh.
So yeah, whatever.
What about the lizard? Your dad just won Scorch. Let's be honest.
Okay, I'm starting to regret taking this quiz on stream, but this one says, others might say I've had a history of unstable but very intense relationships. God damn it. Fine. What about you, Biggs?
I have no idea what others think about my past relationships, so I'm gonna have to neither agree nor disagree.
Okay, that's fair. I avoid any type of job where I have to interact with others for fear of criticism or rejection. Now, personally, when it comes to the career world, I separate that entirely from my personal life. When I was working at the hardware store, Menards, I did not give a single fuck what the customers thought of me. I was there to make $12.50 an hour and cut up giant pieces of carpet. I'm not there, putting myself out there emotionally, trying to get somebody to go on a date with me. That type of rejection is different from some dickhead Karen who thinks she knows more about tile and grout than I do, yelling at me in a fucking store. I don't give a single shit. So I'm going to strongly disagree with that one.
Yeah, I'll strongly disagree too, because literally every job I've had to deal with other people, so...
Yudo, thanks for the sub. Have you dealt with death before? How will you cope with the inevitable death of your Biggs? Also, we can't hear the text-to-speech. I don't know know why you can't hear that. I'll try to fix that. Biggs, have you dealt with death before?
Yeah, I mean, numerous times, family members and stuff dying. What was the other question? How to deal with it?
Well, he's asking how I'm going to deal with the death of you. But it looks like to me like the text-to-speech should be working, so I don't know what the problem is. I guess I'll just put the volume at 100 and see what happens. I guess if somebody wants to blow out my eardrums, donate $3 fucking, but it should be working. It says it's working. I don't know. I'll do a test. Let's see if we can hear the test. Chat, let me know if you hear this test. Test donation. Did you guys hear that? Let me know if you heard that. No? Really? I fucking heard it. Okay, I'll turn on the desktop audio and try it. And now it'll probably play twice. Okay, test again.
This is a test donation for $70. Oh.
Did you hear it that time? Yeah, okay, good. Not that we're gonna get, I assume, that many text-to-speech donations, whatever. I guess if somebody does it, they should get their money's worth.
So what's the answer? How are you going to cope with Biggs dying?
You know, I was thinking about this in the bathtub the other day where I do my best thinking, and I was like, okay, realistically, Biggs is not going to see his 40s. So when that time comes, what is the best way to notify our shared YouTube fandom that he has died of, I assume, heart disease or falling down the stairs? Is it distasteful to immediately like post a video? Hey guys, got some bad news. Biggs is dead. Here's a compilation of our best moments, and then I just plug in you sitting on a baby and
all right, from now
you
on,
eating cat food.
Me and Florian will be
replace you immediately. Day one. Biggs, I'll just ask you right now: if you do meet your untimely demise while we're still doing our channel together, how do you want me to break it to our audience? Should we record a video of you saying, "Hey guys, if you're seeing this, I'm dead. I told Mumkey to upload this when I'm dead."
I think the best way to go about it is just literally replace me with Florian and never mention it again.
Stuff his shirt with a pillow.
If people are like, "Hey, where's Biggs?" Just don't say anything.
Hey, ER says he's not a fan of you and he prefers Florian.
Oh, that's fine.
I guess
I'll send you to the ER, bitch.
Did you read the comments on the podcast Florian and I did when we replaced you?
I read a lot of them.
All the comments are like, wow, this is the best episode yet. The show's never been better. The chemistry between you and Biggs is out of this world. But can we record a posthumous video for when you die, and I can put it up and you'll be explaining your own death while you're literally dead?
Sure.
I mean, that's how I want to go.
I mean...
Krent John, thanks for the sub.
At this point, I'm pretty sure you're going to commit suicide before I die of obesity.
Oh, it's a fucking race then, my friend. Because I'm not committing suicide until you die of obesity. But, and I'll promise this to the chat, when I do commit suicide, I will leave a suicide note in the form of one final video that I schedule to go live 1 week after my death. So you will all be notified by me that I am dead.
You should, at the very end of the video, just flash text on the screen of your username and password, and the first one to get the channel gets
No, because then nobody will see the fucking video. Somebody's gonna delete all the shit. I'll leave like a link to my personal porn stash or something, and it'll be a race to see who can solve all the clues and puzzles to get to it first. Yeah, I'll be like Gold Roger when he's about to be executed and say, "I left everything I own in one file." And then all the pirates of the world will have to compete to get my One Piece treasure. Anyway, we're on question number 9 of 80.
Yeah, you're doing good on time.
I prefer solitary activities over doing things with others.
Strongly agree.
Really, I like making videos with you a lot more than I like making videos alone. But that's mostly because the videos we do together are inherently more fun than me writing a script and then recording the audio for the script and being mad that I suck at talking and all that. When we're making stuff together, we're filming fucking Wheel of Punishment videos and snack testers and a bunch of stupid shit. So I generally have more fun doing that kind of stuff with you. But I also, anything else in life, I would prefer doing alone. I like going to restaurants alone back when I went to restaurants. I liked going to the movies alone back when I went to movies.
So it sounds like a bulk of it is solitary, so maybe agree a little.
Yeah, that makes sense. Unless I know I'm going to be liked, I prefer not to get involved with others. Biggs.
I think I'm gonna have to agree a little on that one, because I cannot stand rejection. Like when somebody just dislikes me and I don't understand why and they don't tell me why, I hate it.
But what about, I mean, you're putting yourself out there right now. We have an audience of thousands of people who watch us daily.
Possibly know.
And ER just said he does not like you, but you're still participating in this activity.
I don't have to interact with them in person.
Oh, okay.
In person, it's awful when you know someone hates you and you're just sitting there like, okay, anything I do, they're going to hate. So I'll just sit here and do nothing.
Yeah, if I know for a fact somebody dislikes me, I have no intention of spending any amount of time with them, so I'm going to have to be on the same page with you. Here's an ADHD question, Biggs. Oh, God fucking damn it. I'm so sick of this shit. Even though I don't have proof, I believe my partner is cheating on me or being unfaithful in some way. I've never been that kind of jealous. I've never accused anybody of cheating, and it never ever crosses my mind. So, what about you, Biggs?
Well, my experience has been the polar opposite. I've been cheated on by every single person I've dated. So,
God, I hate those types of people.
But I always have like an ungodly amount of faith in people and trust.
That was your first mistake.
I would say at least disagrees a little, because I mean, yeah.
Wait.
I guess there's always
you should agree a little, because it happens every fucking time.
Yeah, but I trust them more often than not.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you're just making the same mistake over and over again.
Yes, because I'm an idiot.
I'm preoccupied with fears of having to take care of myself all alone. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that one. After living alone in this house for over a year, it sure would be nice to have somebody here. That's why I have 2 cats and a lizard and a Biggs once a week. What about you? You want to be a solitary shell hermit for the rest of your life?
See, that's the thing. I love being alone, but I am afraid of being alone forever.
Is that why you refuse to move out and move into the trailer a couple ones down?
I tried with our friend, what do we call him on the show?
Walter,
yeah.
Hey, if anybody lives in the Iowa area and you want to share a trailer with Biggs, it's super fucking cheap and it's a nice trailer. You can move in, live down the street from me, be our permanent cameraman.
It's like 4 trailers down.
Yeah, which one?
I'm going to say neither agree nor disagree, because I don't, it's like right in the middle.
Yes, this will go up on the Monkey and Biggs channel, so if you can't watch the whole thing, don't worry, it'll be up eventually. I don't need nor care for close relationships, including with my family. Just because they included family, I'm gonna agree a little, because sorry, Mom and Dad, I mean, fucking, I've lived without you for 7 years now, and it's been pretty fly for a white guy. What can I say?
Oh boy. Don't need nor care for close... I guess I would have to disagree a little, because if I didn't at least have a few close relationships, I feel like that would go into the fear of being alone all the time.
Yeah.
That would be awful. So.
Okay. I don't have much empathy for others, Biggs. We already know your fucking answer from our podcast. Nor do I understand the needs and feelings of others. I'm going to go ahead and say Biggs agrees strongly. Do you
Not
disagree?
strongly.
Bullshit.
Okay, there's a difference between empathy and sympathy. You can sympathize with people as much as you want, but I'm not going to put myself in their headspace.
So
and
you
hurt
strongly
myself.
agree.
No, because I still understand the needs and feelings of others.
Okay.
So I would say agree a little.
Unfortunately, as I've been aging, I feel like empathy has taken over my emotions more than anything else.
And it's dangerous because it's hurting
horrible.
you personally.
It's horrible. When I see animals in any amount of peril or pain, when I went to get Isabel from the shelter, when I walked into the fucking room where they have the 30 animals in individual little cages all fucking crying, I had to get the fuck out of that room as soon as possible. I just walked up to Isabel and said, I like that one. Let's go play with that one. Please get me out of this fucking room. I can't stand being in this fucking room.
Yeah, animals I think are different though because.
People I don't give a shit
any
about.
Any sane person is going to be sad when an animal is hurt or something.
Yeah.
So
I don't really care about people
shelter,
that much.
I don't like shelters either. They do make me really sad.
Yeah. Although I do the depression chamber, and in yesterday's episode, I almost did start fucking crying on camera. I'm glad I didn't do that. So I'm gonna disagree a little. Okay. I don't mind getting into a fight from time to time, and often do.
Like into a fist fight?
Yeah, that's the question, because I'll get into a verbal fight probably 8 times a day with my cats, with Biggs, with Florian, with my dentist, with anybody I talk to. I don't mind getting into that kind of fight.
If it's like an argument, then I don't really care for arguments, but when I know I'm right about something, I like... It's not that I want to argue, it's that I want them to see, hey, you're wrong.
So would you say you don't mind getting into that fight? It doesn't really bother you?
Yeah, so I would agree a little.
Okay.
I don't like go out of my way to start fights over stupid stuff that don't matter.
Somebody said, what test is this? I missed the beginning. And somebody said it's a test for COVID.
That's it.
Yeah, okay. I'm often envious of others. I believe others are envious of me too. I don't feel much envy for other people. I'm pretty happy with the things that I have.
Yeah.
But I do sometimes feel like other people might, some of their animosity towards me might come because they're jealous that I have more YouTube success than them when they feel like they deserve it more than me. I've run into a couple people like that. So I guess I'll go in the middle with that.
I think I'd have to strongly disagree because I don't really care about what others have, and I really hope nobody's envious of me. If they are, that's a sad, sad life.
What if they're envious of our relationship and they wish they could be best friends with Mumkey Jones?
Let me tell you, it's nothing but a one-sided abusive relationship, and
hey, you get to hang out with my cats, fucker.
That's the best perk.
The only perk. The only perk.
And I'm on the beneficiary list for his cats, so when I inevitably kill him and I make it look like a suicide, I get Blaze and Isabel.
Cats live to be approximately 20 years old if they're lucky. Biggs is 1 year old. I would imagine we'll both be dead within 19 years, so we need to find a third beneficiary for Blaze, because if he ends up in a shelter...
To stop and roll back, you said Biggs is 1 year old.
Oh, I meant Blaze, obviously.
I was like, where is he going with this?
Yeah, so if we're both going to be dead before Blaze is, we need to find somebody to take care of him, because if he's in a shelter, I'm going to come back as a ghost and haunt the fuck out of every single person who did not take my cat.
I would send him to Dollface, but because of what they just said, no.
He said I did not fuck my cat. I did not come on my cat. That's different. I think. Wait, you want him to actually fuck Blaze?
That's a her, by the way.
Oh.
And
we got girls in our chat.
We also don't want Blaze going over to the East Coast. That would be gross.
You know way too much about where our female fans live, Biggs. I'm getting uncomfortable.
They're friends.
Hey, Yudo says, Biggs, dab on them haters. Do a dab. I'll make the screen really big so they can all see it. Okay, Biggs, go ahead and do your dab.
Only if you dab with me.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go, folks. There you go. Get your screenshots ready.
Someone's going to clip that.
Good. They should clip it. It's a very important moment. Anyway. Uh-oh. Well, once you see the new episode of Pokemon, you'll know the answer to this one, but...
Go ahead and hit agree strongly on yours.
I have a lot of anger, and most of the time I feel like it is not very well under control. Well, if playing Pokemon has me screaming at the top of my lungs to where I think my neighbor could literally hear it, I guess I'll have to strongly agree. Biggs, are you an angry dude?
I would have to say disagrees a little because there are some times where I'll get angry about something and my rage cannot be contained. When I get mad...
Can you give us an example of when you hulked out with uncontrollable rage?
Oh, man.
Toot wants to be Blaze's third parent when we die?
No,
No,
sorry.
you don't think
No.
Toot is?
Nope.
I did tell Toot to stop donating, so she clearly can't follow instructions. I assume Blaze would be dead within a day.
Yeah, sorry, no Toot. No.
So when did you Hulk out with Big's rage?
Well, do you remember the time in the Walmart parking lot where a meth head got in your face and started screaming at you for walking across the road?
That was a full 10 years ago, wasn't it? Because it would have been like...
That wasn't the last time I Hulk raged, but I was close to beating him up.
You should have. I mean, I think I was half asleep and didn't even know what the fuck he was talking about. But if I knew he was trying to fight me, I think I said in the car, I should have sunk my teeth into his fucking ear and ripped it off. Like, I feel like I should have fucking dog attacked that meth head, but
Yeah.
I didn't even know what was going on.
Basically, what was it? TLDR of the story is Mumkey was walking across and this guy like sped up and then had to slam on his brakes and jumped out and started screaming at him. And
I just turned around like, what in the fuck is going on? I'm just
like-
walking to my car,
I'm
dude.
almost back to the car and I turn around and see what's going on and I dart back. I like push him behind me and I just start screaming in this guy's face with so much rage.
Yeah,
And
I'm guessing he backed off because it's easy to pick a fight with me. Most people probably don't know they can beat
well,
you.
The worst part was when his whatever girl person that was with him starts
Girl
like,
person.
Well, it could have been his daughter, or it could have been his daughter and his wife. Who knows?
I
with
assume
those
it's both.
Southside meth heads.
Yep.
But she like starts screeching out the window, and I told her to shut up, and I started cursing at her and all this. And he's like, "Don't you cuss at her!" And I started screaming at him, and like he started to back off. I want to fight him so bad, but everyone at the car is like, "Just come on, man."
One of these days, I am going to intentionally piss off a meth head at Walmart just so we can both double team fight him, and somebody, Toot can come and film it. I think she's responsible enough to film it.
Let's do it.
That would be amazing if we ended up on World Star of us beating up some meth head at Walmart. And Toot yells, World Star! That's what it would sound like.
Big's World Star.
Monkey and Big's World Star! Having sex with others is not something of particular interest to me. I'm going to have to go ahead and disagree with that one.
Yeah, both of us are on the same page there.
Having sex with others is pretty neat. I'm not going to lie.
Especially with each other, right?
You know what? Strongly agree. Uh-oh. I believe casual incidents or events have particular unusual meanings specifically for me. So I guess somebody who thinks that God has a plan or fate has something intended for them and all these crazy happenings are like the universe trying to tell them something.
I think at one point I would say I did believe that there was like something like coincidence of some sort, but not anymore. It's like
I was about to strongly disagree, but from our birthday podcast, I talked about how my birthday is 7/13 and that my life seems to be a lot of luck and unluck based on that. But I was mostly saying that just as a framework to bitch about the bad shit that happened that week. I don't think I actually believe it, but I guess based on that, I'll disagree a little. You gonna go strongly disagree?
I guess I could say a little.
You don't need to copy me, you fuck.
Yeah, but everyone's got some times where it's like, all right, that coincidence is a little too. All right.
Others tell me I have odd beliefs, superstitions, or seem to be occupied with paranormal phenomenon. Nobody's ever... Wait. I've had people tell me I have odd beliefs before, so I'll disagree a little. Everything else I don't really agree with.
Yeah. Odd beliefs I've been told quite a bit, but not...
I tell you that on our podcast all the time, that some of you... Like, at least you're not as bad as Florian, who is like 80% of his opinions, I swear he's just trolling to make people angry. But with you, yeah, sometimes I...
Oh, come on. His comment about Trump being Hitler was hilarious.
Yeah, he said, ER, the YouTuber, making jokes about Jews got Trump elected, even though Trump is pro-Israel. Okay, yeah, it makes a lot of sense to me, Florian, you stupid fuck.
Yeah, I'll disagree a little.
Florian, I know you're watching this. I don't think you're a stupid fuck. I think you're much more intelligent than me. I just don't like some of your opinions.
Well, we're a fourth of the way through.
Okay. When I feel my emotions, I can't help but express them no matter where I am. Some might call me dramatic.
Strongly disagree.
You saying that for me or for you?
For me,
Okay.
because I can sink those feelings way down into the abyss and save them for later.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at having a stone cold Steve Austin face when I'm out in public. Usually my emotional moments come when I'm like doing a show or when I'm alone at home. But when I'm out and about, like I said, when I'm at work, I bury my true self. When I'm talking to my fucking neighbor, I have to smile and nod at the dumb shit he says about how he's sending all his money to a woman half his age who lives on the other side of the country. Because if I showed him my true emotions, I would be screaming at him, "Hey, you dumb fuck! Stop getting scammed! Stop sending your money!" But in reality, I'm just like, I don't know if that's true. So yeah, I'll disagree a little, because it depends on where I am. I can control myself. I'm easily influenced by others.
I strongly agree. For me,
Really?
yeah.
Who easily influences you?
Everyone around me. I've been told.
What have I done to influence you? I feel like if I had control over you, my life would be a lot easier.
My whole musical likings and dislikings based off what you've told me, basically.
Well, I've gotten into some of the
Ariana.
music that you introduced me to. Does that mean I'm easily influenced, or that we are just friends who have
but
similar
how many
interests?
times did I have to show you that music for you to like it versus you showed me Ariana one time and next thing you know I have like 3 albums downloaded on my phone.
Hey, you influenced me last night. Oh, a lot of people say my opinions are odd too. Also, yes, I will film you and Biggs fighting a meth head from my safe distance. Also, my insurance pays for my surgery. What? What? I have to get my wisdom teeth removed and my insurance won't cover it, but she can fucking chop off her cock and the insurance will cover it? I don't think that's fair. What fucking insurance do you have? I feel like my thing is a little more important. TBH fam. Come on, your thing is more of an aesthetic choice. I'm going
Whoa! You're calling it a choice?
well, most if not, the vast majority of transgender people don't get the bottom surgery. That's like a very extreme thing, I think, right? Most of them don't. Like,
I have no
you
idea
can be a
anything
trans
on
woman.
the subject.
I think most trans women still have a penis. They just, it's not that relevant to them. But me with teeth that are going to cause me skull brain damage and shit? I don't know, fam. I don't know. Fuck that insurance. That's right. Am I easily influenced by others? I don't think I am. I feel like if I was easily influenced by others, I would be like making garbage clickbait videos about just like celebrities and making YouTube drama videos every other day. Whereas I feel like if you go to my channel, you'll think, wow, this guy clearly doesn't give a fuck about making things that people want to click on. He kind of just makes whatever he
I
wants.
think Bacon Crafted Curtain just canceled you.
That's his whole life is trying to cancel me. Toot says in Bernie voice, I think Mumkey's surgery should be free. True. I think Toot chopping off her penis should cost a lot of money. I don't care much for social conventions, conversation, or fitting in. Yeah, I just answered that one. And others usually think I'm odd or eccentric. Yeah, I'm gonna go strongly agree, TBH fam. I'm not like other girls, Biggs. Some might call me Lay Quirky XD.
No, you're like the original cookie cutter, and then everyone else is like you, right?
Nobody else, nobody wants to be like me, Biggs. What are you talking about?
I'll agree a little. There's some times where I'll just kind of go with the flow.
Well, going with the flow doesn't mean like you actually care about fitting in with others and having the same opinions as others and all that shit.
Then yeah, I guess I would strongly agree.
Wouldn't you consider yourself more of like an independent person who disregards like what's popular at the time and just, you're just into what you like?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're both not like other girls, Biggs. And
I'm
honestly,
not like other squirrels either.
I mean, honestly, like most of my friends are the guys. I don't really get along with the other girls. I just hang out. I'm one of the boys with tits and a vag.
So you're a whore.
Yes. Every single girl who has ever expressed herself like that is the biggest whore in her high school. Every fucking time. Here's one for Biggs. Due to my lack of self-confidence, I have difficulty doing things on my own or starting a new project.
I strongly disagree. Doing stuff on my own and starting my own projects is very easy for me.
Yeah, I start, 80 to 90% of my whole career is doing things alone and starting projects on my own. So, yeah, my lack of self-confidence is not related. While it does exist, it is not related to starting new projects. I find it difficult to throw out worthless or worn-out items, even those that have no sentimental value. I think I used to have a little tiny bit of that hoarder mentality, but in the last year, I've basically thrown away so much shit. I cleaned out all my closets, and that's not a figure of speech. I literally did, because when people would send me stuff like in Mumkey's mailbag, I would basically save all of it. And a few months ago, I just went through it all and threw most of it away because it was just worthless fucking garbage that I was taking up space for no reason.
Yeah, see, a lot of people go with the idea of like, if you haven't used an item in a year or 6 months, you should just get rid of it. Mine is like, if I haven't touched this thing in a week, I'm throwing it away because it's taking up room and I don't need it.
I even, on a similar note to that, when I was cleaning out my freezer, for so long I've been thinking, I haven't eaten that, and it's been in my freezer for 6 months, but maybe one day I'll eat it, and I finally decided I'm never eating that. I know I wasted money on it, but I'm throwing it away.
Yeah, just cut your losses and get rid of it.
So you're gonna go with strongly disagree?
Yeah.
I have trouble being involved in a romantic relationship for fear of being ridiculed or shamed by my partner. I'm gonna strongly disagree with that.
Yeah, I will too.
You never get ridiculed or shamed by your partners?
Oh, I do, but I'm never afraid of it.
Okay. I have chronic, never-ending feelings of emptiness and boredom.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to agree at least a little.
Yeah.
Just a little.
Yeah, it's not like all the time, but it does happen.
I would have agreed strongly literally a month ago, but now that I've dedicated my everyday life to working on videos and streams again, I haven't been bored. I've just been very busy. Very busy. Very stressed out on hitting the deadlines that I set for myself, so definitely not bored anymore. I don't like to delegate tasks unless the person agrees to do it exactly the way I say.
I'll disagree a little. Because, I mean, everyone's got their own way of doing things, and as long as it gets done to however it needs to be done, not necessarily how I want it done, that's fine.
Yeah.
I've been a manager, an assistant manager. Like, if you just at least get it done, I don't care.
I'm in a similar boat when it comes to the projects I do for my videos. Oftentimes I'll delegate somebody else to help me with a thumbnail or create like special art for something that I'm doing, or even when I do like an art contest. For example, hopefully soon I think I'm going to do an art contest to give me a new profile picture on YouTube. And for all those things, I just tell them the basic necessity of what it needs to be, and beyond that, I believe your creativity as an artist is so much more valuable than mine that I'm having you make it. So please add your own artistic flair, your own feeling to it, because if I thought I could do it well enough, I would just do it myself. If I want somebody else to do it, I clearly want them to put their own spin on it, so I would strongly disagree. I don't have much need for social norms, especially when it comes to laws.
To laws?
Well, considering that I've been known to smoke a couple weeds in my day in a not-so-legal state, I'd say I don't really give a fuck about the law. I also do a lot of speeding. I mean, I don't like go around murdering people or anything, but
Yeah.
the laws I disagree with, I definitely do not obey.
Man, I guess I would say neither agree nor disagree, because I'm like right in the middle, because like I do speed. I've obviously done drugs before. I drank before I was supposed to.
You were drinking. You moved out of your parents' house at 16 and were getting drunk every night.
But then obviously, yeah, there's things like I don't go out and rob people. I don't kill people. Like all these, yeah, it's about half and half.
Yudo, thank you for the titties. We all appreciate that. I will go to any length to gain support from others. No. Lately I've been pretty good at losing support from others.
Yeah, I would say disagree a little. I guess sometimes I do like support and I'll reach out, but I don't know if I'd go to any length to gain it.
Yeah, like I'll put in a bit of effort to create content that people would like to watch, but I'm not going to go above and beyond to satisfy the needs of the few. I'm happy my insurance covers my surgery. It's literally covering a boob job I have coming, and it should, like giving antidepressants to a clinically depressed person. But yeah, your insurance sucks. Yeah, it definitely sucks. Hey, Cardawiz, thanks for the sub. Well, Toot, Toot, I've seen a lot of pictures of you. I thought you already had tits. Hey, Zig Standard, thanks for the sub. Toot, I don't know how this works, but I've always wanted to,
Oh,
wow. Oh, did we get,
there's a bunch of gifted tier 1.
Oh, shit. That's why they're showing up so
it's
slow.
Alfie.
Alfie, thanks for all the tier 1 gifted subs. How many was that? 10? Thank you a lot, dude. That's big time. Toot, before and after your tit surgery, you should do some sort of video documentation, not of your tits, mind you, but just, you've been saying, Toot, that you want to do, like, YouTube videos. I think it'd be really interesting for somebody to, like, vlog or document the before and after of getting, sex reassignment surgery. So, I would watch that, because I think that kind of stuff is interesting. And, what do you think, Biggs? You want to watch Toot talk about what it's like getting tits sewn onto her body?
Probably not, but Patchy said, please stop touching the mic.
Oh, is it loud?
Probably.
Damn! Well, thanks for all those subs, dude. I often have fantasies of unlimited power, beauty, money, power, or ideal love.
I'm gonna have to strongly disagree.
You don't fantasize about being rich?
Okay, so literally every time I've ever thought of winning the lottery, like the first 10 things I think of is who I would give a portion to. Like, honestly, it's like, if I won the lottery, okay, I would give this family this amount, this family this amount.
Oh my god,
finally-
you're disgusting.
Finally,
Why?
it comes back to me, and I'm like, all right, then I could pay off my loans, get a decent house.
You are a fucking cuck, dude.
Yeah,
Oh my
probably.
dude, when I fantasize about becoming like a billionaire, the story goes, I immediately buy a mansion on a secluded island and I don't tell anybody where I am or what happened. I literally just disappear overnight and nobody knows what happened to me. I never post another fucking YouTube video. I'm just out. I'm out. Now, I'd probably still, I would definitely still make videos because that's just what I do for fun, but
You use the green
You're
screen
gonna-
to have the background of like the trailer still.
yeah, I would finally have enough money to afford a green screen if I was a billionaire.
What?
Biggs, you would give your money away to your
Yeah.
family? The family that you just said only talks to you when
who
they
said-
need something.
Who said family?
You said you would
I
be
said
giving it to
families.
families. So stupid. What families? My family? How much is my family getting?
If I
Is
was to
Patchy
win the
gonna
lottery-
you gonna pay for Patchy's wedding?
If I was to win the lottery, I would give you a lump sum. I would give Patchy a lump sum.
I would invite you
don't-
to have a second mansion on my island, but I don't know about just giving away cash. Because then, if I give cash to anybody, that opens up the doors, the floodgates of every other person who's ever fucking met me to also beg me for money. That's why when people win the lottery, they wear like a fucking Darth Vader costume when they go accept the check so nobody knows who they are. People are greedy as fuck.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm just...
You don't fantasize about ideal love? You don't think about having a dream girl?
I don't feel like I deserve anything. So if I
It's
was
not. You don't have to
win-
deserve it. It's a fantasy. It's supposed to be a fantastical world of your imagination.
My fantastical world is me having a family and being happy.
That's
the
ideal
ex-
love.
That's the
Ideal love.
that's the extent of my fantasies. Is living a normal life like everyone else.
You're crazy, dude. Man, I think about being rich and finding a dream GF all the time. I don't care about beauty or power that much. And why is unlimited power separate from power? That seems unnecessary. But, man, when I'm sitting in my bathtub fantasizing about you dying so I can clickbait it on YouTube, I also fantasize about all the cool shit I'm going to do when I have $1 billion. Okay.
Yeah, Apache's on my side. He said he'd give 10 people $1 million.
It really depends on how much I'm winning and who deserves it. Like, I gotta think, who was there for me when I was at my lowest low, and do they deserve to get paid for it? Oh, only Biggs was? Okay, I guess he gets a mansion on my fucking island. Everybody else can suck my rich cock. Anyway, I'll also give Toot all of the money back that she donated to me because I won't need it anymore. Anybody who's ever been on my Patreon, anybody who's ever donated, I'll give them all refunds times two. Times two. So if you donate $100 to me now, if I win the lottery, I'll send you $200 back. It's just like that the scam that they did with Bitcoin on Twitch, or on Twitter, I mean. You seen that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a bunch of like famous people's accounts got hacked, and it was like a big Bitcoin scam.
Nice.
But folks, donate now. You might be rich later. Hello.
Rich? They'd have to donate that much to be rich later.
If you donate $100 to me, I will spend 10 of it on lottery tickets. It sounds smart because it is. You know what? Give it a shot.
Oh, man.
We've got to finish this within the next hour and 10 minutes, and we're about halfway
Are
through.
we just going to start speeding through?
No, we're doing a good pace. I often
We're
lie.
not even halfway.
I often lie. Hey, Tempted Hydra, thanks for the sub. I often lie and think nothing of conning others for my own personal gain or enjoyment. Biggs, you know the truth about me. Do I often lie to the people who watch our show?
Nah, you're always honest. You never lie about anything.
I feel like there's not even anything to lie about. I have so little shame that it almost gives me a sick joy to tell embarrassing truths to these people. Were you being sarcastic? Are there things that you know I'm lying about?
Oh, I was just being sarcastic in the sense of like, you know, funny joke lies.
Oh,
but
okay.
I didn't realize you were being serious about it. I thought
I'm taking
thought
this
you were
quiz
being-
very
I
seriously.
thought you were being
Biggs.
sarcastic to me.
Nah, I genuinely don't know if I lie to these people for my own personal gain. I don't even know what I would be lying about. I just make fucking comedy videos on the internet.
Yeah, I think we both would probably strongly disagree.
Mostly because, if anything, we are literally too honest with these sick fucks. I'm not interested and don't particularly care when people criticize me or offer me praise. I like praise. When I get nice comments of people saying that they liked a video, I like that quite a bit. So I'd say I disagree.
Yeah, I would say disagree a little. Like, I don't really care when I get criticized, but I guess some praise is nice sometimes.
Yeah.
Kinda
I mean, who would say, "Oh, somebody complimented me. Oh, I'm not interested at all. No, thank you." Okay. For fear of embarrassment, I rarely engage in new activities or take any kinds of risk in my life.
Agree a little.
I mostly don't take on new activities out of laziness. It's not out of fear of embarrassment, so I'm going to disagree. I'm really not that scared of embarrassment at this point. I don't know how
I
life...
think I'm just introverted to the point where anything I do that makes me look dumb embarrasses me to my core.
So when we eventually do a Let's Play of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, you're going to be just fucking terrified.
Yes.
Okay, that's coming up next week, folks. We're going to live stream Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader for the Nintendo DS.
Oh, I'm not even smarter than a newborn.
Newborn!
What was that going to be followed with?
This is a good movie.
What? What's a good movie?
A Serbian film.
So
There's
you're
a
telling
scene...
everyone right now that they should watch that movie.
I've made a YouTube video saying how it's an underrated classic and everybody should watch it. And then that video was deleted.
Do you think that should be a classic over The Shining that we watched last night?
We'll get into that another time. We don't have time to review The Shining right now. I rarely express my disagreement with others for fear of losing others' approval. Strongly disagree. My entire life is expressing disagreement with others. What about
I'm
you?
gonna agree a little.
You
feel-
disagree with me all the time. Do you not respect losing my approval, Biggs?
Uh-oh.
I think I answered my own question. I tend not to easily show my emotions. Others sometimes see this as... No, I show my emotions way too fucking much. What about you, Biggs?
I tend to not easily show. I disagree a little because there are some people that I've shown them to.
Was it a huge mistake?
A few times.
Hey, Riley, thanks for the bits. I spent my work drink money on these bits. Do the Growlithe thing, please. Okay, you ready for this, Biggs?
What?
Roll it! Roll it! You ever seen that episode of Pokemon when it's a flashback to James as a little boy and he's dying in the snow and his loyal Growlithe Growly is crying beside his dying corpse? Roll it!
Probably.
It's a-
I don't remember it.
It's probably
right
my favorite episode of the whole show. I have unusual perceptions. For instance, I can sense another person is present. I'm going to say no, because when I ended the Depression Chamber stream yesterday, I said, okay, guys, I got to go. Biggs is on his way to my house. And I opened the door, and Biggs is sitting on my couch, and he's watching the stream of me while sitting on my couch. I had no idea he was there the whole fucking time.
For like 20 minutes, too.
Yeah, so I'll disagree. What about you?
Unusual perceptions. I mean, I think I'm
Do you have a sixth sense,
pretty
Biggs?
perceptive.
But
I
is it
don't know if it's-
unusual?
I don't know if... Well, it says unusual, not like supernatural. Like, I can usually
It's
tell,
not unusual to sense if Biggs is in the room.
like, when people, like, sneak up on me and stuff, I usually know that they're there. So I guess I would agree a little, I guess.
Okay. I think you're going to be a sociopath because of this one.
Uh-oh.
I don't know how, but... Others tell me I talk in ways difficult to understand, either being overly concrete or overly vague. Biggs, I talk to you more than anybody. Do you think I'm difficult to understand when I try to express myself at times?
No, you're probably the easiest person to understand because you say exactly what you mean. And it's very refreshing versus like subliminal bullshit that I get from most other people.
And I think if I feel like somebody didn't catch the hint, I'll say the same thing over and over again until they acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Disagree then, because
Yeah.
an other just told me otherwise. How
So,
about you, Biggs?
What do you think about me then?
I think you are very easy to understand, but what about, have others expressed anything else to you?
I think the only gripe I've ever gotten about the way I talk is that I talk too quietly. So
Well, that's why it's a good thing that the mic is as far from you as possible and right in front of my mouth.
I'm closer to the mic than you are.
So you'll disagree?
I disagree strongly.
I often don't feel like I know who I am, as my sense of self is constantly shifting. Unfortunately, I'm going to agree a little bit with that
Yeah,
one.
I would agree a little too.
Yeah, sometimes I'll think like, man, do I even have any actual opinions that I hold? Or is it just easy to like come up with an opinion that you can logically agree with?
Yeah, and I was told a bunch of times a little bit ago that I needed to try out therapy.
Well,
And the therapist told me I have a mirrored personality and I mirror whoever I'm around. So I guess that's kind of what that's saying.
what, so you were like, while the therapist is asking you questions, you're asking questions back at him? Like, well, how do you feel about it, Mr. Therapist?
Yeah.
You stupid
I
fuck.
should have. That would have been hilarious.
It literally
I have
just
a
mirror
mirrored
him.
personality, and the rest of the thing I'm just taking it unseriously, asking him questions.
Others have called me stubborn or rigid in my ways. I mean, literally nobody has ever said that to me, but that doesn't mean it's not true.
Stubborn or rigid? No, I think for you, you literally say, okay, if you want me to change my mind, where's the proof?
Yeah.
And if they can't provide it, then
That's
you don't.
true. So
Right.
I'll disagree.
Yeah.
What about you?
Stubborn or rigid? I think I'm like the easiest person to change my mind on things.
I feel like we debated the whole mask thing for about an hour, and you still hadn't changed your mind by the end of it.
Yeah, but I still am not saying people shouldn't wear masks. I'm just saying I'm not going to, and I'm
So
not.
you're stubborn that you will not wear one.
But I do wear them when I need to.
Okay, so you disagree.
When people ask me to wear one around them, I'll wear it. When the stores are now saying you have to wear it, I'll wear it. What do I care?
Today, we were going to go to Walmart, but they require a mask, and you said, okay, we're at Walmart, drive us to Hy-Vee instead. Hy-Vee doesn't have a
no.
mask.
We drove up to Walmart, and literally the entire parking lot was packed. And we're like, yeah, we're not dealing with this crowd. Let's go to Hy-Vee.
Okay. Because I'm special, I should only hang out with other exceptional people.
I know you don't strongly disagree.
Look who I fucking hang out with. I mean, you're exceptional in one specific way, but I don't-
Why'd you look at my stomach when you said that?
No, I was looking at the picture of Blaze that we're both wearing on our shirts.
Oh yeah,
Because
please.
you have an exceptional relationship with Blaze. He only wants to cuddle with you.
That's fair.
What about you? Do you only hang out with super cool people like yourself?
No, I strongly disagree.
I mean, this one's insulting to
I
both
mean,
of us.
I guess I could strongly agree if I think of myself as bottom of the barrel and everyone other than me is like the best of the best.
But it
but-
implies you have to be special
yeah,
too.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm impulsive in at least 2 of these areas. Spending, and let's just do these one by one. Spending, are you an impulsive spender, Biggs?
Yes.
Okay. I would say I'm not. I've always been pretty good at saving money. Sex, I wouldn't say I'm impulsive about it. I premeditate most of my sexual encounters, and that's what gets me into trouble. So
Yeah, I
no.
would say no for that one.
Drugs,
No.
no. Like if I'm gonna do drugs, like I plan ahead on that shit. It's not like I have a fucking Schwan man selling drugs door to door, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I guess I better buy it right now. It's like, nah, man, I have to plan it out. I have to fucking text a guy to see if he has any weed. It takes time. Biggs, are you impulsive
Yes.
with alcohol? Okay, so you have 2 yeses, so you have to strongly agree. Am I impulsive with alcohol, Biggs? I've been drinking beer a lot lately, but I'm not even really getting drunk.
Yeah. See, there's a difference between like drinking often. Well, I guess you don't even really drink that often. It's like maybe once or twice a week. If
Well,
that,
lately, now that I've been doing video stuff every day, it helps me speak when I've had at least a beer or 2, just because, for one, it lowers the saliva amount in my mouth, and 2, who doesn't talk better when they're a little buzzed, you
Yeah.
know?
And then for me, it's like once I start, I cannot stop, and it goes on to be like week-long benders.
Yeah,
So it's very, very bad for me.
I'll get to the point where after 2 beers, I have to go pee every 10 minutes, and I'll just get tired of having to pee, so I'll stop drinking for the night.
Yeah.
Reckless driving. Are you an impulsive, reckless driver?
I mean, I speed a lot. I go 5 over consistently every time I drive.
But that's not reckless, though. I mean, are you like swerving in and out of traffic and honking at people for going too slow?
Only when I have to drive 10 hours away. Then yes, I will swerve in and out of traffic just to get by idiots, so I'm not stuck going 50 and a 75 for 4 hours.
I consider myself a very safe and good driver, and I only speed when I'm on like an interstate where you're supposed to go 65. I'll crank that bad boy up to 75. But like on these residential streets, I usually am not speeding. What are you talking about? You are very special. I bet you were in special class. Were you in a special class, Biggs?
I was in elementary school. They put me ahead in math and stuff.
Ahead? That's what they told you, my special little boy. Binge eating, Biggs? You impulsive with that?
I wouldn't. Not anymore.
Okay.
My problem now is I only eat like once a day, which is horrible for your, oh god, what's the word? Metabolism. Eating
Yeah.
once a day is terrible for your metabolism, so.
I'm gonna land myself in the middle because I don't feel extremely impulsive in really any
Or
of
some
these.
other self-damaging behavior. Damn, I really landed that. Strongly agree.
But what other damaging behaviors are you impulsive with?
So number 43.
I'm preoccupied with lists, rules, detail, organization, or schedules to the extent that the point of the activity is lost.
I'm gonna say disagree a little because I can get that way sometimes, but not often.
When you play D&D with your buds, do you just ruin the game, like the fun of the game?
No,
by
everyone
opening
else
the rule
likes
book?
to ruin the game by not thinking about what they're gonna do on their turn. So each turn takes an hour, and then everyone's pissed of waiting, and then we just end the game because there's nothing left to do.
Okay. I mean, lately I've been preoccupied with the schedule I set for myself, but it's not to the extent that the point of the activity is lost. It's just to the extent that I'm being responsible and getting my work done. So I disagree with that completely. I don't do anything without acknowledging the point of the activity, I don't think.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm in a social situation, I'm preoccupied with being rejected or criticized. Okay, this is when we're gonna start getting Ooh.
I'm preoccupied with being rejected or criticized.
I'm gonna have to.
I'll agree a little.
I'm
I don't think it's consumed me completely before.
Yeah, that's fair. I was stuck between these two, but I'm not so retarded that I can't talk to people. But
Yeah.
it's definitely on my mind, especially back when I would try to talk to girls. It's like, oh god, I'm gonna fuck this up so bad. Most of the time, I wouldn't even try, just because my head's telling me, yeah, you know, you have nothing to say to this person that they want to hear.
Yeah, for me, it's just like, oh man, if I do anything stupid, I'm gonna hate myself for this.
Yeah.
And they're gonna think I'm an idiot.
Oh, since when do you care what other people think of you, Biggs? I'm often unable to complete a task because I cannot meet my own strict standards. Completely disagree. I have very low standards for myself. What about you, Biggs?
I would disagree a little. I think a lot of that is like, now that I'm back in school, it's like, oh man, I'm gonna knock this math out of the park, and then I get like an A minus, and I'm pissed that I didn't get 100 because of one stupid equation. Oh man.
Oh shit, are there 80 questions on here?
That's what you said.
Oh,
That's why I said we're running out of
I
time.
thought there were 60. Fuck. I just saw Patchy say halfway. No, nobody's mowing. I think there was a plane.
That's
that
why I
flew
said
over.
we gotta start flying through these, otherwise we're not gonna get done in time.
Okay. I like to draw attention to myself through my physical appearance.
Disagree strongly.
Yeah. I draw attention to myself by being edgy and loud. I don't care about what I look like in the slightest. In fact, I prefer wearing a mask so I can hide what I look like and blend into the background. I like to use my dramatic flair to make a point, even if I can't do a very good job of defending my opinion. I do agree with the first half, but I
Yeah,
feel like
not
I'm
the
pretty good.
last, so-
I feel like I'm okay at defending my opinions.
Yeah, I would say, yeah,
Where are you gonna land?
neither.
I am usually suspicious and paranoid of others.
A little. Agree a little. 'Cause that's that whole trust thing.
Yeah. I don't really feel all that suspicious or paranoid of others, really. I'll disagree a little. Is what, like, at this point, what is there to be suspicious of? Of the people I interact with, like, what would I even be suspicious of in the first place?
Yeah, well, you interact with like 5 people.
Yeah. So like my bubble is so small and well crafted that I have nothing to
That
fear
if
at this
something wrong happens, it's almost your fault.
point. Oh, 100% my fault. Others tell me I sometimes seem stiff and unable to express my emotions very well. Strongly disagree. If you've watched the stream, you know that I express my emotions too much. What about you?
Others tell me I sometimes seem stiff and unable to express my.
The only emotions I ever see from you are pure joy when you're watching something bad happen to somebody.
Or when I'm holding blades.
Or when you're watching Donnie Darko. So yeah, I see you express your emotions quite a bit.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's like to everyone though.
You want to go neither?
I'd probably say disagree a little.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay. You strongly agree. What about you, Biggs?
Think of suicide. Oh, yeah, strongly agree. Oops. That kind of goes hand in hand with my alcoholic benders.
I can't remember the last day I didn't at least dedicate 10 minutes to daydreaming of suicide, so I gotta...
Oops.
Kind of solves itself. My mood changes with the weather. I rarely feel like my feelings are stable. I'm going to...
Agree a little.
Yeah, I'm gonna
No.
agree a little too. For a while, I thought I might have had bipolar disorder, but now I realize how extreme that condition is, and that I'm instead just a human being with fluctuating emotions. I don't think it needs to have a label on it. I don't enjoy most activities.
Most activities? I would disagree.
Yeah, I think the activities I choose to do are the ones that I enjoy.
Yeah, I don't really do activities that I don't choose. So.
Yeah. I have very few close friends or people I confide in outside of my family. Well, I have very few close friends, but I do confide in a lot of strangers on the internet, so I guess I'll agree a little.
I would say neither. Because I I have a lot of people I confide in outside of my family, and I feel like I have quite a few close friends.
As far as I'm concerned, you have a potpourri of friends, my friend. I'm surprised you even make it over here once a week. With if you were playing The Sims.
You say once a week, but it's like when I come over, I'm here for like 3 days.
Yeah, so I don't know how you manage all these other friendships when you're spending all your time over here doing nothing with me.
Well, it's easy when a lot of them are way too busy to hang out. So
when I'm not the center of attention, it makes me feel uncomfortable.
Strongly disagree.
Yeah, I'm gonna disagree a little with that one. When I get invited onto other people's podcasts and stuff, I am so happy to just chime in when I have something to say and let them be the center of attention. It does not bother me in the least. If I confide in others, they will use that information against me in the future. Well,
I'll
I mean,
be a little, yeah.
I've lived that life, so
I have lived it too.
I see others trying to be threatening or demeaning if they don't mean to be. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I would disagree a little.
I think people are very clear when they're trying to be threatening.
Usually.
Other than the one time I was attacked by a meth head while I was half asleep, usually I understand where people are coming from. I enjoy using my sexuality and ability to flirt with others. Hey, Biggs, even when it's inappropriate. Hey.
I'm gonna disagree strongly. One thing that a lot of people get wrong is they mistake being nice as flirting, and it's two very different things.
What you're saying is like the waitresses and the cashiers want you to be mean to them so that they don't misconstrue it for flirting?
I think just a normal conversation with people, like, I've had people, not recently, but like back in high school and stuff, like, oh, you're too flirty and stuff. I'm just being nice. Like, I could be an asshole if that would be better for you. But I think a lot of people get those two mixed up. Like, if somebody's flirting, it's very clear usually. But if they're just being nice, don't make something out of it that is not there. Because you're just going to make it a mess for everyone.
I'm having trouble with this one because it implies that you have an ability to flirt or that you have a sexuality worth flaunting. And while I do really enjoy flirting with people who I already know like me, and it's like a mutual flirtation, that's fun, but I don't really have any skill or ability in flirting with random people. So I enjoy it when it's appropriate. I don't know about inappropriate, so...
I mean, it depends on how inappropriate they're saying. Like, I've definitely seen you, like, go out of your way to, like in a fun way flirt with someone, not actually flirt with them,
yeah,
but in a fun way, like, flirt with somebody that is definitely not comfortable with it.
Whoa! I guess I gotta agree a little then. Raping people through flirtation, Biggs.
Whoa.
You gotta have consent. I don't like to spend money. I feel safer saving it for future needs. Strongly agree. All these bills that have been popping up lately have been literally pissing me the fuck off. And it's making me mad that I gotta spend all my fucking money on shit I don't want.
See, I really feel like I would like to think that way, but when it comes to actually, like, living that way, I am horrible at it.
So where are you gonna land?
I'm gonna go with disagree a little.
Okay. My achievements and talents are unequaled, and I expect others to recognize my superiority. I'm gonna have to disagree with that one.
Yeah, strongly disagree.
I'm flabbergasted that anything I've ever made has gotten the attention that it has. I feel like when I watch other YouTubers who are of my size, smaller or bigger, I can see why people would be into what they make.
I Dream of Memes says, Mumkey has thrown himself at me multiple times.
Could be true. It could be true. I don't know who you are, but it very well could be true. But yeah, I have no idea why anybody thinks I'm talented at anything, because I know I'm not.
One thing that I still haven't gotten used to is, like, the idea of fans. So when somebody's like, "Oh man, I love, like, you on your show and this and that," I'm like, thanks. I don't know how to react to that.
I just recorded myself hanging out with my friend for an hour and you listened in, but I guess...
And yeah, I don't think I deserve any kind of props for that.
No.
At all.
the most highly skilled thing we do is film ourselves like eating just eating disgusting things, and any human being on earth could do that. We just happen to have people click on it when we do it. I don't much care for regular jobs and don't feel concerned by my finances. Yeah, I don't care much for regular jobs. I could take them or leave them. I've never minded working in retail or delivery and all that stuff. I do feel concerned about my finances when they're in dire straits, but lately, other than all these fucking surgeries and bills and shit, I've been pretty good, so I'm gonna go right in the middle.
Yeah, I'd probably go in the middle too, because yeah, I don't really care job wise, especially now that I'm in college. Like, I'm looking for work, but it's not like I'm looking for a career or something crazy like that, because I'm in college. Like, I'm gonna be changing jobs for like 3 years anyway.
Yeah, 3 years you'll like start an actual career, so all these little part-time jobs don't matter. I don't really care if I've hurt someone else, even someone I care about.
Strongly disagree. I feel awful when I hurt people, and I try as hard as I can to reverse it, even though I usually can't, and that's what makes it worse.
Yeah, I feel pretty bad about the people I've wronged, but unlike you, I don't feel like there's anything I can do to fix it, so I just don't talk to them at all, and I think that's what literally all of them prefers, that I'm out of their lives permanently. So yeah, like, it sucks. Like, oh, I'll never get closure, I guess, but if I message them, they'd probably be upset and annoyed by it.
Yeah, I'm at the level of self-sabotage where it's like I try everything in my power to fix it, even though it can't be fixed.
Oh,
and
God.
it just makes it worse.
Yeah, you just gotta know when to quit,
Yeah,
dude.
it's awful. I'm terrible at that.
When I'm stressed out, I sometimes feel very paranoid or completely dissociate from my life. I think I might have to agree a little. Sometimes I lose my mind a little bit.
Yeah, I don't do well with stress at all, so I'll agree a little too.
Others tell me that I require a lot of, even excessive, admiration. Biggs, do you think I
require?
Do I require a lot of admiration to hang out with you?
0.
Yeah, no,
Man, I hope people don't think I require a lot
well,
of admiration.
it's specific. Others tell me. Has anybody in your entire life ever said that to you?
I've been told that I'm too needy before, if that counts.
Well, okay. Disagree a little for you, disagree strongly for me. I usually hold back in new social situations because I feel inadequate.
Oh boy, strongly agree on my side.
Yeah, when I'm meeting a big group of new people, especially when it seems like they all already know each other,
Yeah.
I'm perfectly content with the friends I already have. I don't need to butt my head into their business and try to hang out with them or try to befriend all these new people. I probably should, but I never feel up for it. I'd rather just be quiet and hang out in the corner.
Like when I was in Colorado, I was invited over specifically because they were having a few friends over for like a going away thing because they were moving. And I didn't know anyone, so I was literally like sitting off to the side. I'm like, I don't know anyone, and I doubt they would even care to know me. So I'm gonna chill over here unless somebody like calls me over or something.
At some of my own fan meetups, I will still just sit in the corner quietly and let everybody talk to each other. I get criticized for it. Oh, I went to Mumkey's show, and then after the show, we went to a bar, and Mumkey wasn't the life of the party, folks. What a bastard. He was shy and sat in the corner and just talked to a few people. He's a bad person because of this, folks. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm glad that you're Mr. Outgoing, but not everybody's like that, unfortunately. I bear grudges for a very long time. Well, Biggs, how's our YouTube channel that you deleted doing, buddy?
It's doing good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, my first big viral hit, 500,000 views, just deleted outright while I'm at work one day, huh? Do I hold a grudge about that at all, you think?
Nah.
No, never. I definitely, I mean,
We came to terms with that because I apologized profusely. And you said, you know what? It's probably best that what I said in those videos is deleted forever.
Yeah. We would both be canceled because the things we said when we knew nobody was watching
Oh, man.
are a bit different from what we say now. I bear a grudge against Susan big time. I love making fun of DigiKnee or whatever the fuck. So yeah, I'd say I bear grudges. I think it's fun to bear a grudge against some dickhead who fucked you over. What about you, Biggs?
Grudges. I mean, yeah, I would agree a little. I have some grudges I'll probably never let go of.
It might not be healthy, but it is fun.
Yeah, just secretly hating someone and them not even knowing you hate them.
Oh, I outwardly talk shit about these people on stream and in videos almost every day of my life. It's a passion project. People are always trying to attack my character or reputation for no reason.
I have no character, I have no reputation, so strongly disagree.
I'll disagree a little only because they have a reason. People have lots of reasons to attack my character.
The receipts.
There are plenty of people with plenty of perfectly valid reasons to hate me, and I have no problem with that at all. I'm inferior to others, and no, I'm socially inept. Gonna go ahead and drop a...
Strongly agree.
If you've heard the other answers, you already know. How's the chat doing? I'm still pissed Biggs did that. Yeah, me too. Me too.
Oh yeah, that was another fun thing to discover. The other day, somebody wanted my Twitter, and for whatever reason, I couldn't sign in. So I just Googled Biggsington, and like my Twitter popped up, but then below there was like a fan wiki about me.
What's in there? Anything funny?
Should I go look at it and read it?
We could do that on a stream or like for a video, just reading our wikis. I don't think I'm gonna like what we find
It was
in there.
pretty funny, and obviously it wasn't updated since like 2017 or
Oh,
something.
really?
So it was a long time ago. So,
So it's just me talking shit about you?
yeah.
Good. Good. That should be your legacy when people look you up. Work and productivity are important to me to the point where it often interferes with my friendships and hobbies. I'll disagree a little, or I mean, I'll agree a little because work and productivity are things that I value, but I don't know. It doesn't interfere with my friendships and hobbies because my friendships and hobbies are just incorporated into my work.
Yeah, I would agree a little.
Yeah. If I'm friends with somebody, they basically have no choice but to do videos with me. That's why I'm friends with you, Florian, Rusty. That's about it.
What about Frid?
He
Chat keeps asking for Frid.
As
back.
soon as
Where's he?
Frid didn't want to make videos anymore, we stopped being friends. What do you think? That's how it works. I have a very difficult time making daily decisions without first getting advice and reassurance from others.
Strongly disagree.
Yeah. Most days, I don't even talk to other people, let alone ask for
I've
advice.
skated through most of my life with no advice or help from others.
Yeah. My emotions are often shifting, and some people have accused me of being shallow. I guess I'll agree a little.
Being shallow, yeah.
Well, we already answered about emotions changing
Yeah.
a lot, so. Okay, folks, final 10 questions. We're actually going to finish this within a feature-length film time. You could have watched an entire movie. You could have watched Mad Max
Could've watched
Fury Road.
Donnie Darko.
Could have watched Donnie Darko. Instead, you listened to me and Biggs answer personal questions that are completely irrelevant to your life. I prefer to have others assume responsibility for most major areas of my life.
Strongly disagree.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with my independence at this point. Others have called me snobbish or expressing patronizing or disdainful attitude toward others. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree quite a bit. I'm
Snobbish or
I'm very intentionally patronizing and disdainful
I'll
towards
strongly
others.
disagree. I don't think anyone's ever thought that about me, and if they have,
I think you're pretty snobbish, thinking Donnie Darko is the greatest film ever made, and if anybody disagrees, they are shallow and pedantic.
I've banned people from the Discord over it. So,
You've banned people for saying they don't like Donnie Darko.
yeah. It's like this was originally the Donnie Darko watch party Discord, and you're gonna diss it? You're out of here.
Hey, Sir Dorpsalot, Mumkey is snobbish, Biggs is not. He agrees. He agrees. I have very few close friends or confidants outside of my family. Why does it keep thinking that I care about my fucking family? It's not true. It's not true. Biggs is more of a brother to me than Patchy will ever be. Fuck you, Patch, you bitch.
Oh no.
Biggs is also more of a mother to me than my own mother, mostly because I think his tits are larger. And he's also more of a father because his, well, we all know why. I call him daddy
my
for a reason.
dad jokes are greater.
Since you don't know your dad, do you see me as a father figure in your life? I couldn't even ask the question without laughing. I do have very few close friends, so I'm going to agree strongly. What about you, Biggs?
I'll disagree a little because I don't have very few.
I express social anxiety, especially with strangers, related to my suspiciousness about the motivations of others. I don't give a fuck about the motivations of others. I'm going to disagree with that.
I agree a little.
Okay. I often have an expectation that I will automatically receive special treatment by others.
Strongly disagree.
Yeah,
I deserve nothing from anyone.
I don't mind taking advantage of others in order to achieve my own goals. Now that's one. Biggs and I often talk about our favorite show, Survivor, and Big Brother is actually starting tomorrow. And I know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, if I was ever on any of these social reality game shows where the whole point is to manipulate others and lie to them and do whatever you can to make sure they lose and you win, I know that I would stop at nothing to betray and destroy as many other people's hopes and dreams as possible so that I can win.
That's a game. This is talking about in your everyday life.
I know, but I'm just saying if I was in that situation, I would not hesitate to destroy people.
A lot of people wouldn't hesitate either.
You would be surprised, dude. On that show, there's usually 1 or 2 people per season who actually are dishonorable enough to say, fuck you, I'm here to win, bitch. You know,
I guess.
But in everyday life, I don't even get into situations where I can take advantage of others. So
I would like to think I'm not manipulative, even though I've been called it multiple times.
I'm gonna drop in the middle because I daydream of being in a situation where I can do this. What about you, Biggs?
Yeah, I'll go neither too.
I have little regard for my own safety or that of others. Driving too fast, doing drugs. Yeah, I'm going to agree with that one.
A little. I drive too fast. A lot.
Sometimes I'll intentionally, if I'm like really bored, get way too high or way too drunk on purpose with no regard of what happens just because it's something to do. I haven't done that in a long time, but I used to. I feel helpless and uncomfortable when alone for fear of being unable to care for myself. Yeah, when I'm alone in my house for long stretches of time, it does drive me a little bit crazy.
I think I would disagree a little because I usually do pretty well on my own, but for extended periods, it gets bad.
Final 2 questions, Biggs. I'm pretty inflexible about matters of morality, ethics, and values. Now, I think if somebody presents a good argument, I'm more than willing to change my opinion on basically anything.
Yeah, I'm not really... I would agree a little. I'm inflexible about some things, but I'm pretty flexible in a lot of things.
Okay, folks, final question. It's what you've been waiting for. My feelings, experiences, and behaviors I've agreed with on this test cause me significant distress in my work, relationships, friendships, or daily functioning. I'm gonna slam right in the middle. Do your attitudes and beliefs cause stress in your everyday life, Biggs?
I would maybe a little, I guess. Agree a little.
Okay.
I don't think it's not like significant with like work and relationships and friendships, but yeah. Whatever.
Biggs, we've filled out all the questions. It's time to find out which mental social disorders we have. Do you have any guesses based on the answers we provided? I think I'm going to come up clean, no issues. I think you are a raging sociopath.
I think I'm going to come up as a normal human being.
What do you think I'm going to be? bipolar, depressed, headmates, transsexual, transgender,
Transgestured.
transjester, transjingleheimer. Okay, let's see what I am. Let's go.
Egotist.
Borderline personality disorder? What? No. No.
Paranoid personality disorder.
Oh, that's just explaining what they mean. But
Oh, so go
blue
down.
means good, red means
Go
bad.
down to borderline.
Oh no! Borderline personality disorder is characterized by a recurring, long-standing pattern of having unstable relationships with others, whether they be romantic relationships, friendships, children, or relationships with family members. The condition is marked by an effort to avoid abandonment, regardless of whether it's real or simply imagined, and impulsivity in decision-making. People with borderline personality disorder often swing from one emotion to another easily and quickly. Well, that's very true. And their self-image changes just as often. If there is an overarching defining characteristic of someone who suffers from borderline personality disorder, it's that they often seem like they are ping-ponging back and forth between everything in their life. Relationships, emotions, and self-image change as often as the weather, usually in reaction to something happening around them, such as stress, bad news, or perceived slight. They rarely feel satisfaction or happiness in life, are often bored and filled with feelings of emptiness.
Oh no, my friend.
Why is it all so true?
I'm so sorry.
God fucking damn it, this is supposed to be a joke! God damn it!
Alright, let's look at my perfectly normal
Ah,
my perfectly normal human being
God
side.
fucking damn it!
Oh no.
Ah! Big says paranoid personality disorder, borderline personality disorder, and avoidant personality disorder.
Oh no.
Ah, fuck you! You're way sicker than me. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Okay, let's start with paranoid. People with paranoid personality disorder are generally characterized by having a long-standing pattern of a pervasive, is that what this is? Yeah,
Yeah.
pervasive distrust and suspiciousness of others. A person with paranoid personality disorder will nearly always believe that other people's motives are suspect or even malevolent. I feel like that's the opposite of what you kind of said, right?
No, that's almost on par.
Oh,
exactly
really?
what I
Oh,
said.
shit. Individuals with this disorder assume that other people will exploit, harm, or deceive them, even if no evidence exists to support this expectation. While it is fairly normal for everyone to have some degree of paranoia about certain situations in their lives, such as worry about an impending set of layoffs at work, well, that's a little true to you. People with paranoid personality disorder take this to an extreme. It pervades virtually every professional and personal relationship they have. Do you identify with any of that? I feel like it doesn't define you.
Yeah, I do with all of it.
Okay, we already read borderline, so I guess we got to read avoidant now. People with avoidant personality disorder experience long-standing feelings of inadequacy and are extremely sensitive to what others think about them.
Oh god.
That's you said during the quiz that's not you. You don't care what other people think.
Not people like I know, but like other people I don't know. I don't know why, but for some reason
You didn't care when ER said you're worse than Florian. Yeah, okay. I think we're sociopath disorder. I think you're lying. These feelings of inadequacy lead the person to be socially inhibited and feel socially inept. Because of these feelings of inadequacy and inhibition, the person with avoidant personality disorder will regularly seek to avoid work, school, and any activities that involve socializing or interacting
God.
with others.
I've directly done that multiple times.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, there was like I think junior year of high school, I had 43 days where I was not at school.
Was that the year that you skipped 3 days to watch Breaking Bad?
Maybe.
Yeah, you stayed home not because you were sick, but you were binging Breaking Bad.
Like throughout my high school career, I was probably gone at least a month every single year of high school and still got good grades. So
Biggs, this is straight up saying because you scored high for not one of these, but 3 of them, you should be checked by a mental health professional. You really should be in therapy. It's a good thing you went to whenever you did.
Yeah, and the therapist ended up being awful, and I hated it, so
Yep.
I'm never going back again.
Yeah, that's how it happens. You got to find a good one, and that's the hard part. Individuals with avoidant personality disorder often vigilantly appraise the movements and expressions of those with whom they come into contact. Their fearful and tense demeanor may elicit ridicule from others, which in turn confirms their self-doubts. They are very anxious about the possibility that they will react to criticism with blushing or crying. I don't think that's you. They are described by others as being shy, timid, lonely, and isolated. Wow, Biggs! Looks like I win the stream, because I only have 1 disorder and you have fucking 3 of them, dude. Or is it like golf? Do you win by having the lowest score, or do you win because you're the most fucked up?
I think we both lose. Because we both scored very high in the borderline personality disorder. Which is part of the whole mirrored personality that they said I had, was a personality disorder that they said I definitely needed to get checked out, but then they ended up being a huge bitch and I left.
Man, it's so weird. As we were taking the quiz, I felt like we were giving pretty normal answers. How did this happen?
It's because in today's day and age, everyone needs a label. No matter who you are, you have to have some sort of problem, otherwise you're not normal.
Yeah, I guess so. Well,
It just sucks that I have to have 3.
I guess
I didn't even score that high on those other 2, though.
Well, I guess it was high enough that it turned the bar red.
Was it anything over 50?
Yeah,
How close were you on the other ones?
it doesn't matter.
No, go up.
No, I hit a couple of 50s. I guess just some of them are they just.
So you were almost 3-2. Like, look, I got like a 17, a 22. All of yours are like right at the gates. You're like at the floodgates
Yeah.
of being everything.
Yeah, I'm
every
11.
disorder.
I'm 11 points lower than you on avoidant, but it didn't say I have it. So. But yeah, I'm pretty much higher than you on almost everything else.
Yes.
Hey,
So-
you're more of a schizo than me, bitch. Schizo. Schizo.
Yeah, you're more of a narcissist. Didn't see that coming.
I saw that one coming.
That's the word I was trying to think of when you asked what I thought you were going to be. I was
well.
going to say an egotistical narcissist.
I might be twice as narcissistic as you, but according to the thing, I'm perfectly fine. Hey, for the folks who are watching this on YouTube, I'll have a link to the quiz in the description. So if you take it, let us know what you got, so we don't have to feel left out as being the
Yeah.
only crazy
If
people.
you take this, you should tweet your results to us.
No, post
Yes.
it in the comments. I don't want you to tweet shit at me.
Tweet at me so I can see it while I'm out in the living room watching stuff.
Okay.